Yo. Welcome back. We are here for a pool day. Now, you will notice Atlanta is back to being gloomy and dead, but still humid as always in Atlanta. But we're not going to be dying like we were yesterday. I think I was like, I feel like I was in a tandoori oven yesterday. So no tandoori oven today. Which is low-key, like, when you're in a depleted state, when you're dieting, and you're in, like, especially when you're in prep, like, really dieting down, you kind of want it to be hot. You don't like the cold because you're always cold. Like, I genuinely like feeling like I'm in a sauna all the time because my apartment is set at like 78 degrees because I am straight up dying, like, from cold. Okay. But one thing that I wanted to talk about is I talked a lot yesterday about like why bodybuilding, why I enjoy it, like the science and the art of it, the science of understanding how certain things make your body react, how you react to certain things, but also like the mental component of it. Like with bodybuilding, you get exposed to a lot of things, and a lot of things expose you, like how when your hormones are low, and especially when you're eating a low-fat diet, things like your testosterone and your other hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which are your hunger signaling hormones, are affected. And so libido, that's another thing. And so it's like you already have low temper and you're seeing how you react to things. Like those nuances are important. But then I realized also, like, why is like fitness content and like nutrition, dieting, like there's so many opinions about it. Like everyone seems to have an opinion about something that oddly enough is a known science, right? Like, for example, losing weight. There are so many programs and things out there. Like, I remember my mom used to do this thing called like Weight Watchers. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but like they used to assign like points to certain food, and like eggs were like 0 points, so you can eat technically as many eggs as you want. You just can't go over certain points in a day. And like so many people bought into that. And there's keto diets, no carb diets, paleo, like name it. There's so many different diets, but it comes down to the principle, which is to lose weight, your body needs to be in a caloric deficit, meaning your body needs to burn more energy than you consume, right? But people don't realize, like, okay, I know that's super basic, right? And so when people hear or see just that principle, they read like so much into it. And they're like, oh, like, how many calories am I burning from the treadmill? How many calories am I burning from? But like, you got to go back to first principles. I always say this, go back to first principles. So when you're in a calorie deficit, how do you burn energy? Well, you burn energy through 4 main sources. You have your NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So that's things like, I sounded so cool saying that, but that's things like walking, blinking, fidgeting, non-exercise activity. And then you have the thermic effect of food. So literally like the process of digesting burns energy, and protein is the macronutrient that burns the most energy digesting. But that doesn't mean you eat a crazy amount of protein. You just need 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, because carbs are important. Carbs are important for your energy. Now, besides NEAT and thermic effect of food, there's exercise, which is EAT, exercise activity thermogenesis, which is actually your smallest amount of energy burned. That's things from like cardio, lifting, etc. And so, did I say 4? I guess it's like those 3, unless I'm blanking on something else. But yeah, that's like mainly it. Your NEAT, your TEF, and your EAT. And so when you want to increase your deficit, you can increase the amount you're expending in each of those categories. And that's how you create a deficit. And then part 2 of that is consumption. Today's consumption, pre-workout meal, same as yesterday. Elevate churro cream of rice, Rise lemon cake, Casey Kelly edition, protein powder, banana, fruity pebbles, and cinnamon on top. Now I'm going to consume this, which is my 50 grams of carbs. This meal right here, 9 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, 50 grams of carbs. And each gram of carb takes about a minute to digest. So you want to have this about 50 minutes before your workout. And so those are the kind of things like principles. Just know your first principles and stick to them. There's a ton of information out there. People say a bunch of stuff, and like people always want to have like new knowledge, new findings, whatever. Point is, it's a science. So there's principles, learn it, apply it, hit your goals. Let's go ball. I'll see you inside for the pool day. Yo. First exercise of pool day. Another real quick tidbit. Is make sure you keep your exercise ordering the same, or at least consistent, or at least be mindful of it when you're tracking, you know? That also plays a role. I always start pool day with these. You're just gonna warm up. Warm up doesn't mean like, bro, you don't try hard. Just the effort's there, but it's more focused on muscle activation. Get warm. So keep the tempo the same. Still be intentional. It's good. Let's get to work. Alright, we're gonna go for 8 here. Oh, harder than last week. Ooh. My last set didn't feel as good, so hopefully I get better form on this one. Or else I'm gonna have to go down on the weight. But I don't want to. I want to make sure I'm not losing strength on the cut. Number one way to do that is keep the lifts consistent and the weight. I'm a little anxious before this one. It's a good thing though. Means you're excited. Stop at 6 for that one. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. These are the perfect one to hit right after. My mid back is fired up. That should be one. Let's repeat the gym fit. Gym fit's kind of fire today. Can't lie. One more. Bro, it is 75 degrees here and I'm freezing. Oh. Let's get this last set though. Yeah. Ooh. The bass drop came in exactly when I needed it on that one. Oh, let's go. All right. Cable, chest, right. Pump covers off. But I'm feeling super depleted. I'm feeling your jaw. Alright, I think we should be better. Last side of this before we get to arms. And make sure your feet are planted on these. Do that mistake too much. You don't want your feet like this. You want your feet planted deep, dug deep. Keep your back stiff. Let's go. Arms. Fun part. I need 3 sets of these. Told you arms get extra love, man. Arms get extra love. It's tight. 2 more. Again, I think someone asked this last time. My friend did. He asked why I use this for the bench. Keeps your elbows stable. So people often worry about their back, but they don't realize their elbows are swinging too. You want pure bicep isolation. God. Speaking of, let's get one non-supported. Okay. Real shit or just one at this angle? Okay. Okay. Biceps. Like front biceps. Okay. Front bicep curls. Do them standing this time. Yeah. Ooh. 2 more. Second set. Oh, last one. Lighting's so good, I might do an early pose down after this, even though we got rear delts still. God. Okay, that's where we drop it. Let's close down. Okay, we might get one more close down. But I think we're good for now. The thing I'm most excited about is chest trays. Okay, we still got rear delts. Let's hit those and get out of here. Okay, 2 sets of rear delts. We should be out of here. Oh, I'm gonna go back. Ooh. Oh, one more. I tired myself out closing down, man. That's it. And we're out of here. Crowding myself out on this. Let's maybe put it down and let's get out. Alright. Back to our usual post down spot. Post down spot. See what I like to see? The delts. Who did work on there? Of course. The biceps that we worked. The back tricep shot's actually kind of fire. These striations, this feathering, what we like to see. Same thing. Oh, of course. Chest. You see here? Really trying to squeeze on this. Okay. Ooh. This looks so funny. See if we can get the delts. Okay. Let's get to the post-lift discussion. What's up, y'all? Time for the post-lift discussion. You know, both yesterday and today, I felt like energy was a lot better than it was like at the late end of last week when I was hitting upper and lower. It might just be the fact that my training volume isn't as high on Monday and Tuesday compared to Friday, Saturday, but I definitely do feel like depleted. And that comes with like being in a steep deficit, being in prep and all that. But it did make me think about something that I wanted to say for the post of discussion, which was one thing that I appreciate about the gym and the routine of lifting, dieting, all of that is exactly just that, the routine. I think I briefly touched on this yesterday in the push day vlog, but it's like, can I call that a vlog? I guess push day episode. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Armed and Dangerous. But one thing I touched on is the fact that, you know, we get so sucked up into what's considered like a normal routine. You know, eating 3 meals a day at these times, or what you should do on a Friday night, what you should do on a Monday morning, you know, Sunday night scaries. Like, there's so many there's so many like normal routines or what's considered orthodox or traditional. And I think taking care of your body, doing bodybuilding, forces you to put yourself in a routine because you're very rigid. You have to do things before the day ends. Like, I have to get my 18K steps a day. I have to. Like, there's a certain point where, yes, like it starts with discipline. Like, I mean, I even have it tatted on my arm because of how much I align with that value. But more than the word itself, I align with, there's something I wrote here where it's no matter how unrealistic it seems, it's going to happen. And that value comes from what happens after discipline, and it's called obsession. When you're so disciplined, or when you're so driven towards something that, forces you to be disciplined, you become obsessed. Like, and there's things that obsession is really good for. Like, it makes you not want to go to sleep until you hit your goals for the day. And this, I started talking about bodybuilding, but this goes beyond that. If you have goals in life, if you have a dream, if you have an obsession, if you have something that doesn't allow you to go to sleep without completing it or feeling satisfied, don't let that go. People often talk about balance, like, oh, it's unhealthy to be obsessed. You can't do this, you can't do that. And it's like, no, I don't let myself do those things because I'm so obsessed. You need to get to that point. At least for something in your life, you need to get there. For me, I got there for other things through bodybuilding, through the gym, because it taught me discipline. The gym and dieting taught me discipline, which led me to cultivate obsession for both the gym and things outside of the gym that I care about, my own goals and my career, my personal life, my relationships, my friendships. Like, I'm obsessed about certain things, and I can't be satisfied until I meet those. And I think when you're young, be unapologetically obsessed. Be unapologetically obsessed when you're young, because you have the rest of your life to be balanced. The balance that people talk about, that, like, when you listen to someone that's like dropping wisdom, or like seems like they're dropping some ball knowledge, that's not ball knowledge. When they're like, you need to be balanced, you have a balanced lifestyle. No. Balance and a balanced lifestyle is the residual remnant of what's left after being laser focused and obsessed about certain things for so long that it's almost routine, and it becomes normal. It becomes balanced to be obsessed about those things. What do I mean by that is, like, if you're obsessed about goals A, B, and C every day, in a couple years, the success that you got from being obsessed about A, B, and C will stay. And, like, for example, you could be obsessed about getting shredded. You can be so obsessed about getting shredded that when you achieve it, now you're the guy that goes out to like family dinners and outings with friends and like slams a beer or eats a donut or gets a slice of cake, and you look shredded and people are like, how'd you do that? Like, how do you look like that and eat like that? Well, I don't eat like that all the time. I was obsessed for so long that this is a residual effect that remains. And now what to you seems like a balanced lifestyle, for me is just the remnant of an obsessed lifestyle. So without going on a crazy rant here, point being, find something you care about enough to be obsessed about. Then worry about the balance. But for me right now, I'm obsessed about getting back and slamming some post-workout, getting hydrated, and then honestly chilling for the rest of the day after doing some work. It's kind of gloomy. I told you, like, the weather has an effect on me I just can't explain. And I'm just not feeling like super dialed right now, so I'm ready to go chill out for a little bit before I get back to work. But that's it for the pool day. I gotta come up with a title for this one. Let me know if you have any ideas in the comments. I don't want any boring titles. I need to be creative. But I will see y'all for the leg day tomorrow.